Because you're a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, what is this? Is this Christians versus atheists?
I don't know.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
and I mean
either you're a Christian or you're not.
I won't talk to you if you're a smartass.
Oh, either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either of them, but I don't have to tell you.
You don't have to tell me.
What's going on, y'all? This your boy AMC.
What's up, everybody? Bearded Ruck is here.
Alec, welcome.
And this is Word and Culture Podcast. Once again, man, we got another clip, man. And, bro, there's so many things trending online, especially with Jordan Peterson, man. I think that he's a brain when it comes to psychology. And there's a lot more that I have to say about Jordan Peterson, but I'm going to wait to the clip.
Yeah. I mean, I've read a couple of his books. I saw him in Miami when he had a conference. So I followed him closely. I like a lot what he's about. Lately, he's kind of wishy-washy, right? But yeah, I respect him.
Yeah, I've heard some of his talks, but I haven't really delved into his books at all. Yeah.
They're good. They're good books. It's called one of those like 12 ways to something. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about one.
But it's like that. They're good books when you're just coming from like a psychological standpoint. Good logical reasoning and stuff. But they're not theological.
Yeah, definitely, man. Let's get into the clip, man. But before we do that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and also give this video a thumbs up so we can continue to be in these algorithms and give you guys some good content, all right? So let's get into this video right quick.
Worship things or people or places, whatever. Can you be very clear about your definition of worship again?
Attend to, prioritize, and sacrifice for.
Okay, that's it. That's your understanding of worship.
Well, I could flesh it out, but that'll do for the time we have.
Okay. Do Catholics attend to Mary?
Yes.
Okay. So do they fit that description of worship?
Yes.
So you would say Catholics and other people that revere Mary, like the Eastern Orthodox tradition, worship Mary.
Well, they might not put her in the highest
But
place.
you would put it that way.
No.
You just said it. Now you're taking it back.
There's
now?
still a hierarchy.
Okay, there's a hierarchy, but within the
There's something at the top.
All right, you can worship things
Mary
below.
is quite a ways up the hierarchy, but not at the top.
Let's go over your definition of worship again. What's your definition of worship?
Attend to.
Attend to.
Prioritize.
Do Catholics
sacrifice for.
Do Catholics attend to? Do they prioritize Mary over all other human beings?
No, I didn't say overall, did I? I didn't add that to my definition.
You understand.
I said there was a hierarchy as well.
You attend to
So you can attend to something trivially, or you can attend to it deeply.
And now you're adding stuff to the definition. But your original definition...
I added the hierarchy part at the beginning.
Are you familiar?
Just didn't understand it.
Are you familiar with the Immaculate Conception?
Why is that relevant?
Because you go to a Catholic church, don't you? Or you've attended recently. You're interested in Catholicism, aren't you?
Sure.
All right. Are you familiar with their doctrines?
Somewhat.
Okay, you're
Their
familiar.
doctrines are very
How do they
deep.
regard Mary?
Why are you asking me that?
Because you're a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, what is this? Is this Christians versus atheists?
I don't know.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
and I mean
either you're a Christian or you're not.
To you if you're a smartass.
Oh, either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either of them, but I don't have to tell you.
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video.
Oh, snap.
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing. Right? You're not a Christian.
Okay, I'm done with him.
What?
Yo, bruh.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, nah, hold up, bro.
I mean, let me tell you something.
I mean, it's not a hard question.
It's not. It's really not.
But Jordan Peterson always struck me as a closeted Christian. Let's be honest. Those that are in the Christian world who are true believers, I never saw Jordan Peterson as a,
Well, that's been more recently. That's been a phenomenon more recently, maybe within the last 4 or 5 years. Because he's had a long career.
I saw somebody that
less time than that. I think.
Maybe more recent.
I saw somebody that was transitioning, and he's working through his faith, but I never saw him as a full blown Christian.
And he probably in the atmosphere he's in, right, business wise, and just his, everything that he is. he might not want to label himself a Christian, right? Because I think he likes navigating that neutral gray area.
No, that's a problem.
Right? I don't know. I'm assuming, right? I'm speculating. I don't know,
yeah,
right?
for sure. No,
because
I agree,
why
I agree with
hesitate?
you.
Why hesitate to answer that question?
I agree with what you're saying. I truly do. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that are trying to protect their business, right? Because they don't want to be labeled as quote unquote a Jesus fanatic, a Christian, or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, but like
Similar to when Lecrae says, "Oh, I'm not a Christian rapper. I'm a Christian that just so happens to be a rapper.
yeah, that
I'm not a Christian butcher."
listen, the question, you know what's interesting? When I was watching the video and I was looking at that kid's face and the way that he was asking these questions, there was something just underneath all of that. Was obviously he's trying to like, win a one-on-one debate with him.
He's trying to get an
But there's-
aha moment
but
with
there's
him.
a spiritual aspect to it as well. I can literally see like the enemy like underneath all of that to see if he were to claim Christ as King and Lord in public. You get what I mean? So, and the fact that
Wow, that's fire.
I mean, that's the way that I saw it. I mean, it's not a hard question. Are you a Christian or not? Yes, I'm a Christian. Also, you believe that Jesus died for your sins? Yes, I do. Do you believe that Jesus is God? Jesus is God and he is Lord. Yes, I do. It doesn't matter who asks you that. It could be Donald Trump. It can be or Barack Obama. It can be anybody. You stand firm in your belief system and Jesus is Lord.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, in the Gospels, right? It says, if you deny me before men, I'll deny you before the Father, right?
Yeah.
So if you can't tell people around you that you believe in God, that you are a Christian, right? Then are you?
Then are you?
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is a perfect example of especially for us as Christians, that man, we see this and it's like, what would you do if you're put on the spot like that? Or whether you're on the limelight and you got the cameras rolling and somebody were to ask you, are you a Christian or not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
Yes.
Yeah.
for me it's pretty easy, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Christians that are not bold in that aspect, that they would just sit there and say, yes, I am a full-blown Christian. Hey, listen, even in the workforce, there's a lot of Christians working and people don't even know you a Christian. You know what I'm saying? That might be an issue because how do you witness to people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They see you as a regular coworker, but like
The problem is people are, because I used to be like that, right?
closeted Christian.
Yeah, where either you're struggling with your sin or you don't know enough of the word or you're just not mature enough yet.
Yeah.
And you're still worried about conforming to the world and fitting into the world than becoming more like Christ, right?
Correct,
and being his bride, right? And being united to him, right? Once you get over that immature mindset, you realize I get the privilege, I get the opportunity to say I'm a Christian.
Exactly.
But that takes a level of maturity, of sanctification, of mortifying your sin, your flesh, to get to that point where you're bold in your witness.
Yeah.
Right? That takes time, right? So, I mean, is
Eventually
he
it
a
will
Christian?
happen.
Is he not? Maybe he's just immature. He's scared, right? Like, I think we all can identify
Yeah, we
early
all
on in our walk
100%.
with that.
Especially when you're struggling with sin issues and
Yeah.
things of that nature. You feel shame and guilt and this and this and
Yeah.
that.
Or
You
it could
don't
be
wanna-
pride. It could be pride. It
as
doesn't have to be something like
Correct.
lust or
No,
it could be pride.
There is a level of like a level of an aroma of Christ, of being a Christian.
Yeah.
As you're walking your faith out, right? As you're
Yeah.
loving and being kind and genuine and sincere with other people, they sense that there's something different about you. They just can't pinpoint it, and you might not even tell them, but they can see that there's something different about
Yeah.
you, and they just don't know what it is until you actually tell them in a conversation when they ask you about it or whatnot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This was pretty interesting. I think the next person up is like,
Yo, but Oscar, the way that he just kicked him out of that chair, he was like, all right, I'm done with you.
yeah,
man."
because you Jordan Peterson, just like everybody else that
man.
saw this, they saw that the kid he wasn't genuine about what he was doing.
Yeah,
he came there.
he's a jerk.
He wanted a moment.
Yeah,
he
he
was
got the
very.
moment.
He got the moment because it wasn't trending, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It
he
was super
got it.
trendy. But honestly, if you're gonna just you're not asking questions to really see where my heart is at. You're just asking questions, looking for that aha moment. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That
So I would have done the same thing Jordan Peterson did. Honestly, but hey, listen,
You would have
bro,
kicked him out?
Yeah,
Nah.
nah.
Nah. No, you just talk to him. You just ask
I might have flipped the table on him.
Yeah,
maybe.
But let's be honest though.
I mean, that guy's so short, he was under the table.
But let's be honest though. He those questions were kind of fair though.
They were.
are. Just
They were
answer.
good. They were
Just
good.
answer.
No, they were
Answer the
good questions. They were
yeah.
good questions. They were
Yeah.
good theological questions for him being a Catholic.
Yeah.
Those were good questions.
Well, he did some
Hey,
of that.
he did
was
answer
a-
them.
Yeah,
he answered
yeah.
them. But yeah, those were good questions. I think he could have. He should have not gotten offended. He should have just taken control of his emotions and just answered truthfully and just engage with him.
Yeah.
I think he could have gone a long way with this kid.
It wasn't in good faith.
It wasn't.
wasn't
But you
a
can
good
turn
fit.
it around. There's
Yeah.
there's people. You should have people skills, especially him as a psychologist.
Yeah.
You should have good people skills that know how to like turn that around.
Yeah.
Like conflict resolution. Should have known how to turn that around right then and there. So
100%, man. Yeah, man. This is a pretty small clip, man, and I think we touched based on all of our ideas. Concerning this Jordan Peterson and this kid. But yeah, man, we're praying for Jordan Peterson, man, that he wouldn't be closeted. Man, be a full-blown Christian, bro. Don't be afraid,
This
bro.
is one of the few times you want to come out of the closet, right? Or,
yeah, this might be the only time. The only time. For the only reason.
yeah. And I think, man, Jordan Peterson would be great, for the faith. I think God would use him mightily. And believe it or not, God, in a sense, he's using.
Yeah,
I believe
using
so.
Jordan
I believe
Peterson.
so.
Yeah, you can use
You know what I'm
broken
saying?
people. Yeah,
He's
what was
like
that
a
saying?
bridge to me from like someone who's an atheist, full blown atheist, that Jordan Peterson can like whet their appetite for the things of God, right? Because he's like that bridge where you start questioning your reality, your worldview, and he kind of like is that stepping stone to deeper theological understanding.
So
right?
he's for the intellectuals.
Yeah, he takes
more to
the
the
intellectual and he's like that bridge into the theological. He's because Jordan Peterson mixes a lot of that in his.
Okay, you can't come to
in his
Hialeah with that,
speech.
though.
Yeah. Well,
You
yeah.
can't come to Hialeah with
Yeah.
that.
Nobody gonna understand.
But
that.
there's I think God is using Jordan Peterson.
That's what I
in a
think so
sense,
too, man.
You know?
Yeah. No, definitely. I never read his book, but it's something to look into, man. I know that. I think you said you read.
I
Jordan
read
Peterson's book.
2 of his books.
You like his books better than Joel Osteen's books? Or?
I never read Joel Osteen's books, so yeah, I like them better.
I just wanna
That's
make
for another pod.
Joel Osteen's
That was a
pushing
trick
the-
But you know,
in the fiction
Joel
section.
Osteen's wife came out with a book. I heard it's
way.
really great. Yeah, it's
All
really
right.
good. Yeah.
It's between her or Joyce Myers. But listen, guys, Juanita Bynum.
No, please do not go read those books. for
Jordan
yourself.
Peterson, we are definitely praying for you, man. We're praying for your conversion. We're praying that the Lord continues sanctifying your heart, your soul, and man, hope to see you more bold and courageous for the Lord. So, guys, until the next one, man. Deuces.
Peace.
Let's get it.